Hey everybody, it's Dave here. We're live watching it. Niners just missed that field goal attempt. We're still within one score. Kirk Cousins can work his magic. First pass, first time. To our wide receiver number 3, Mr. Ozzy Osbourne. I am working to get everybody on. Let's do this. Come on, baby. Come on. You can do this. Hello, Mary. How are you? I'm waiting on everybody to join us. Hey, tweets out. All right. Where's everybody? Come on. It's just me for now. Waiting on everybody to join. We should have Flip, Matt, and possibly Jason. Depends. It's bedtimes. Yes, Clifford. Madison needs to get out of bounds. That was stupid, which I haven't seen yet. What the heck? Oh, come on. We're at the draft. Hey, there we go. We have a... Let me kill this. Go to the second one. Boom. Here we go. We're going to load this one up with Matt. Well, what'd I do? Second window. On. Boom. Boom. Let's go. Ba, 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 ba. That's the game. Frickin'. Come on. There we go. Hey, Matt. How you doing? Merry Christmas. How you like that? That's... Oh. Why? Why? Yeah, show your... Oh. 4th and 8. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'm streaming. I'm behind everybody. Cousin drops back, throws it, and zips it over the hands of Justin Jefferson. Yes, Zimmer's still the coach. He's not going anywhere before the end of the season. That's it. Unless we get a turnover, which they should just come out and kneel it. Yeah, almost. Almost doesn't count in this game, David. There's no such thing as moral victories. Come on. Yeah, Kirk.
All right. We getting Flip on or no?
Yeah, he's supposed to be. So's Jason, for that matter. Unfreaking believable, Steve, yes. How do you continue to lose close games? 11 games where we've led by at least one score in the games, yes. And they're going to kneel it out. This is it. Time for the roll-in, people. Hey, just let you know.
Let's do it.
I've shortened it. Get ready to join the conversation. Win or lose, victory or agonizing defeat, disappointment or glory. Climbing the pocket is here. And we're back. Dave here, along with Matt, even though it says Flip. I need to switch that real quick. Vikings drop another one, even though they shouldn't have. But
yeah, that one, that was brutal to watch.
There's plenty to talk about. Plenty. Fire, everybody. I'm not to that point yet, but we'll get there. Trust me. That was a bad loss. When is a loss
Yeah,
a
I
good loss?
I get the frustrations after this game for sure, especially again leading by 7 and then losing it. And the run game was atrocious. We got gashed. I honestly didn't think we'd even get the ball back there at the end. I thought they were just gonna keep running it down our throats.
Run.
I think they showed a stat that they were getting 6 yards a clip today, the
Oh,
49ers,
or at one point it
and
was
so
like
that's just brutal.
7.5. But yes.
But then, you, bottom line, you can't go on the road and turn the ball over 2 times deep in your own territory. I mean, that was easy 14 points there for, well, I guess they only got 10, but 10 points for the 49ers right there. Like, we gifted them that. Kirk throws an egregious interception that I saw Chad Graff of the Athletic kind of call it out, but yeah,
Hey there,
Zimmer's all for
Beto.
the aggressive
Yes, you guys
shots,
won. Congrats.
but not for. Uh, of course, Beto's in the chat. He's prepping because he wants me to get on his show and not
That's
Beto.
right.
Um, rightfully deserved. But yeah, and then obviously the Cook injury was just devastating, and to lose the ball at the same time, it's just that one hurts a little bit, and I hope he's okay. I don't think we've heard. I know they said shoulder, so the first thing you think of is maybe a torn pec. So I don't know. We'll just have to kind of keep an eye on that situation. But
Yeah, it didn't look dislocated, but hopefully it's not a broke
yeah,
collarbone.
I think though when you look at the landscape of the NFL, if Jason were here, he'd give me a lot of shit. But if you look at the landscape of the NFL, and especially the NFC, um, all the chips kind of fell the correct way for us. The right teams lost, so we didn't really lose any ground, but it definitely was an opportunity to gain some ground.
Yes,
And
and we needed to.
As long as the 49ers stick around like they are, you could pretty much kiss the 6th seed goodbye. We're gonna be playing for that 7th seed. And I think,
Did the Rams
barring a
beat the
miracle,
Packers?
they're driving right now. The Rams are. They're down though by 11, so
Ah,
it's unlikely that the Packers lose. So yeah, it's
it's a shame.
just a tough one to lose. It's a tough one to lose today, and I was hopeful, but thought there were some moments where we do it, and then just some dysfunctional plays, and
Ah.
I
Hold
don't.
on. I'm loading something up. That's why you
Okay.
see only me. Now, let me get there. Ha ha. Da, 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 da. Okay, boom. What did you think of this? Where Kirk Cousins lines up behind Oli Udo just
Yeah.
before he
So
calls
when I
that.
first saw it, I was thinking, all right, we're gonna do some trick play maybe. But then Madison actually had to move Kirk over to the left, and I think that just kind of goes to show you what kind of quarterback Kirk Cousins is. I mean, he had that snafu back when he was in Washington. I forget exactly what it was, but I don't know if he like kneeled it I think he knelt it when something was coming down. But I mean, Kirk is a quarterback that struggles to play off script, and I think he just got flustered there. And again, I'm not saying Kirk is a bad quarterback. I don't think he is, but when you pay him the money he gets paid, that type of stuff just can't happen. We saw it a few weeks ago. He's capable of calling a timeout. I don't care what he says.
Right.
We saw it there today, lining up over the right guard, which, by the way, I have to imagine that Oli Udo's back end is a lot different than Mason Cole's back end. But yes, he just struggles to play off script sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And yeah, it just every time I feel like I've just become numb to it after this season. Every game is like this, and I spoke it in our show on Wednesday night. I tried to hype up the chat, and maybe offended our guest of the week, but I thought if the Vikings were up 14-7, and I thought that if they could have gone up 21-7, they really had the game won, so to speak, because it would have forced the 49ers to pass, which they didn't do very well. Now, one thing I will give credit for today, the 49ers receivers,
Let me load you up. Keep talking.
The 49er receivers did a great job today. Debo is just an incredible player out wide in the backfield. The way they utilize him is super impressive. But the hits that these guys were taking on the 49ers today and still holding onto the ball. I mean, you guys, we need to give credit where credit's due. The 49ers came with the energy today. They played some smash mouth football, and I don't think there was a play where we were able to just stop them with the first guy. I think almost every play felt like they were breaking a tackle and going further down the field. So, we went into San Fran and we got punched right in the face.
Mm-hmm. Niner,
look here, look who it is, though.
I know. Niner, I'm smiling because, one, I've been drinking, and two, I know of some news with the wonderful and fantastic, the great Flip Mozzie. It doesn't matter if the Vikings lost today. It's been a great day for him.
How y'all doing? Well, I guess none of us are doing that well after watching that game.
I think you are.
I don't care, Flip. Good. You have to be doing fantastic. You want to tell the kind people why?
Well, we are doing fantastic because I got engaged on Friday.
Let's go.
She's absolutely lovely, and she does not think that y'all can hear her laughing right now. And
we did.
But it's just a reflection of how happy we all are.
Oh, I think it's great. And I wish you all many, many blessings for the upcoming years and your great happiness to come. I think it's fantastic. It's the best news of the day.
We got engaged right in San Jose, which was right next to the game. We thought about going to the game, but once you get engaged, a lot of things happen. I'm just telling y'all, if you haven't been there before, things move fast. You got to be prepared. But no, we're ready. We're ready, and it's really exciting times.
Congratulations, man. I'm excited for you. And I can attest, I got to meet her the other week when I was in L.A. She's a cool girl. So congrats to you, buddy. That's awesome.
Is she okay with you in football and the Vikings?
Well, I taught her a couple of key ways to cheer for the Vikings. Number one is when it's third down and we're on defense and the defense gets to stop, you got to yell, "Get off the field, blank." And blank is the number of the opposing quarterback. So she's been yelling. Last week she was yelling, "Get off the field, 12." For Aaron Rodgers, "Get off the field, 12." This week she was yelling, "Get off the field, 10." Get off the field, 10. And she's been to 2 Vikings games this year. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
I don't envy her for that. She's ready for the heartbreak, hopefully. I'm going to have to make up for that.
Yes, you will. All right.
Speaking of heartbreak, good Lord, this game.
Uh-huh.
Well, I already went on my spiel, so you take the mic, Flip.
Well, I don't want to repeat anything you said, Matt, because you tend to be spot on right after the game. But I will say that it's tough to expect a hard-fought game and then just see the Vikings mess up in all the ways that penalties can't stop the run game. Kirk Cousins throws a dumb interception. Greg Joseph is missing kicks. It's like all the things that we expect to go wrong on Sunday. You see them go wrong. You see them almost overcome it and then, still lose. I need more booze. You're right, Dan. I'm gonna get some more. Hold on. We're back. This is what you call a blackberry smash, I'm told.
Oh.
Nice.
So, like, you know what? At this point, being a Vikings fans, you're like, man, I'm just used to all the ways that we lose, but we lose in so many different ways it's never going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We're always going to be like, oh, here we go again. And, I think most Vikings fans were in a pretty dark place until that Kene Wangu return, and then we were like, okay, maybe we have a chance, but then it goes right back to the same second half offense that we've been seeing. So, really good opportunity to win a game on the road against a good team. They didn't get it done. I think it's actually an equal share of blame on both sides of the ball. Is there anything really to fix? It's all the things that we wanted them to fix going up to this point. At least we're, 5-6 and not 3-7 after this game. But if they're going to make a run, they need to look like one of the best teams in the NFL. And they haven't done that all year.
And on top of that,
that's going to be tough.
It looks like we've lost Dalvin Cook for a while.
Yeah. Matt, what was your highlight? Did you give your highlight before I got on?
We got to go through highlights.
I did not, but I did not give my highlight, but I think you already kind of called it out. It's got to be that kick return touchdown that really ignited us. I felt like we were becoming content and conservative with our play calling, and that kind of lit a fire under us to say, hey, we're not out of this. And that's twice now this year that he's done that. So, I think when we talk about potentially having Cook out long term, I don't know what it will be. I don't think we've gotten any official diagnosis, but I'm over the Alexander Madison experiment. I know some people think he's fine. I don't. And I would much rather see Kenny Wangu out there.
I want to see he got his first touch today as a running back.
And you know what? It went for like 5 yards.
Well, I thought it was like 8. But anyways.
Mm-hmm. There's more than Madison
see him incorporated more.
Yes, more than the 2 he would have got.
And he plays with a little bit of power too. I think he drove some guys. Not that Madison can't do that, but Madison's more of a downhill runner, and Wangu can really hit both sides and kind of run behind your blockers to the left and to the right. So, that would be my highlight of the game, the kick return. But man, there were some pretty brutal lowlights as well. So,
well, man, that Kirk interception. I feel like so many things happened after that play, but that was the play where you're like, okay, they don't got it. They don't got it today. And it's again to go up 7-0, 14-7. You see the 49ers put up 21 straight points. It's just wild, man, and I don't get it.
And they scored to tie it up. They scored within the last 2 minutes of the first half, which bumps up that total to what? 66 points in the last 2 minutes of the first half.
And we've been up by 7. We've been up by 7 in every single game this year.
At least 7, yes. And that is just absolutely crazy. Beto, I'm glad we did come to play. We just didn't bring enough of it to pull it off. Kirk Cousins, to me, had a bad day. His passes seemed off in many places. They were either in the dirt or they were way overthrown, or the first drive was epitomized it. It was Kirk throws in the dirt, hands off to Cook for 4, and then Kirk throws deep to nobody. There was no one near where that ball went. And it was just like, that was a foreshadowing of how he was going to play all day, and he did. And it's unfortunate. He does have some bad games sometimes. He rides roller coaster in the way he plays, and we just hit a downslope at the worst time.
Never tell yourself that Kirk Cousins is playing at an MVP level. And I'm not saying because it's not true. It's because the second you say Kirk Cousins MVP,
he goes.
The football gods hear you, and it's It's not going to happen the next game.
And it was said on the pregame show with Fox. They said
it would be an MVP to put together 3 good games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That duck on the 2-point conversion.
Jefferson was mad on that one. I'm not one to normally gripe about officiating, but there are, I think, 2 big plays. One, I guess, didn't end up being that big of a miscall, but the overturn on, well, not even overturn, the call standing on Thielen's catch that was, I guess, not a catch.
Oh my God!
We all thought it was a catch.
That was brutal.
No, it's not. We all. It was a catch. It's fact that he caught the ball. The ball never touched the ground. Adam Thielen is actually my highlight from this game. 10 touchdowns this year in 11 games is phenomenal, and that was a catch. It was a catch, and the fact that we never are going to get an explanation, the fact that people will overlook it because we got that first down conversion anyways. No, that's unacceptable. He caught the ball, so give him credit for catching the ball. Yeah. And I have not heard any explanation as to why that was ruled an incomplete pass. I get it, live action, maybe you think he dropped it, but when you review that, when you look at the film, you have to call that a catch. Otherwise, you're just wasting my goddamn time, and I don't like it when people do that.
Yeah, it was pretty egregious. And then I haven't really watched it too much after it happened, but I think on that final drive there for the Vikings, I think the DB kind of got there a little bit early on KJ Osborne. If the officiating was consistent as it had been the whole game, then they should have called that defensive pass interference like they had been doing throughout the course of the game. And that's my biggest gripe about officiating in the NFL as a whole. I don't care what the calls are. I just want to see it consistent from start to finish and on both sides of the ball. And we didn't get that. Ayuk should have had a couple penalties today, in my opinion. He was getting a little aggressive, and I appreciate Harrison Smith sticking up for Patrick Peterson there, but it did end up costing us 15 when Ayuk was the instigator. But those ones I kind of let slide because you're a professional and you just gotta learn to not react to that stuff. Let the stuff go on. Just go back to your sideline. I thought Harrison kind of getting in the middle of that was uncalled for, but yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I think it's you have to separate these two things because I think the refs are bad. I am not saying that the Vikings would have won this game if the refs were better. I am simply just saying that the refs this year, and everybody knows this, have not been great. And I'm saying it right now.
We can say that for the last 3 decades.
But it's November 28th. We're not into January. We're not in the playoffs. Whether the Vikings are in the playoffs or not, there will be big miscalls in the NFL playoffs this year, and it will burn teams. Mm-hmm. It might not be the Vikings, but it will burn teams. It will be a big deal. It's been an issue all season long. So I'm just saying, put it out there. Yeah, Kirk Cousins didn't play well enough today. The defense did not play well enough today. But the refs are a part of the National Football League that nobody is enjoying right now. Separate from that, my team can be 5-6, and I can still make that point.
Mm-hmm. Yes, without a doubt. Hookman talked about the Vikings can't win on either line of scrimmage. Yes, the play from the Big Bellies that I love so much was not as stellar as we wanted, to put it mildly. On the defensive side, you had a bunch of second stringers in there working. They tried the best they can. I thought Richardson got some nice pressure. Wanham got some pressure today. Got another sack. Lynch had his motor going, but he had it going a little bit too much when he jumped to center. And then on the offensive side, there was the one play Cook was going right, and O'Neal and Odu had a huge hole open, but he was caught from the backside because nobody blocked the backside rusher. And it was just like, are you kidding me? They've got to figure that out. Without a doubt. They've got to figure it out moving forward, or it's going to be a while before we get some of the starters back, if at all.
They're not a running football team, Dave. They're not a running
Well,
football
no,
team.
the game plans for both teams to win should have been for the Niners to run the ball, 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 keep running the ball, and run the ball some more.
Right.
For the Vikings to win, it should have been throw to Jefferson, throw to Jefferson, throw to Jefferson, throw to Jefferson, until everybody covered Jefferson, then throw to Thielen, right? And then maybe every once in a while throw one to Ozzie or one to Conklin. But that should have been the game plan for the Vikings from the start. They didn't need to run the ball. They needed to complete passes and do it that way. And that we ran the ball too much. I look forward to looking at, I haven't looked at yet, the division of play, run versus pass plays. And it just felt lopsided today.
And that's the thing is like, look, I love Dalvin Cook as a player and as a person. I hate that he got injured, but when it comes to how that affected the viability for the Vikings to win this football game, it didn't really matter that much, honestly. Right. You need to be able to win that football game. Look, the 49ers are trotting out Elijah Mitchell and Deebo Samuel. You think they moved Deebo Samuel back to the backfield by choice? No, they had several running back injuries, but they still have an offensive line who can block for those guys, and they still have a defensive line who can stop the run. So Alex Madison has to be able to step up. Kenny Nwangwu, I'm happy that he's hopefully going to get a chance to show that we can, generate.
And Zimmer just said in his press conference too that he would get more playing time.
Good.
Yeah, the fact that Dalvin's fumble was tied to an injury is really, really tough, because this is not the first time in his career that he's gotten injured and fumbled, and it's caused us to lose the game. We can't be having fumbles. We can't be having interceptions and expect to win those games anyways. That's just not who the Minnesota Vikings are. We have to play clean football. I say it every week. We have to play clean football. We have to have the next man step up, whether that's defensive end or running back. And when you don't see that happening with this team, the second level, we have all-stars. We don't have the second level of players to win tough games on the road like we should have today against San Francisco 49ers.
Without a doubt.
Before you guys continue, as if you watched my show on Wednesday, I had Niner Sickness on, who's a 49er fan, and he also has his own show. And I have to now go on his show because I told him that the Vikings would stomp the Niners today, 31-10. And so I'm going to go get humiliated by a bunch of 49er fans right now. So I can shoot Dave the link to the show, and if y'all want to hop over there in a little bit when this is done, you can see me attempting to.
We'll throw it myself up in the chat. All right.
Okay. Yo, Matt, when you go on, tell them a few things. Number one, tell them that their quarterback sucks at football, and they can tell themselves otherwise, but they know they're lying to themselves.
They've already said on our chat that Cousins is better than Garoppolo, and Cousins didn't have a great day.
Number two,
yes,
tell them
Daniel,
that
I'll
Josh Norman
played well today.
Tell them that Josh Norman is not winning a Super Bowl ring. So I hope they're okay with finishing second in their division and a one and done in the playoffs. Tell them that. I hope and I would also say, tell them that nobody's ever Robbie Gould is at the double doink guy. Nobody's really sure what he's ever going to do in his life. Tell them those three things.
I will try and remember all that stuff as I hop on there, but I will see you Wednesday night, Dave, and Flip. Right. I'll see you next Sunday.
All right. Adios there,
Go
Matt.
Vikes, guys.
Stand up for us. Flip is a sore loser. No, he's not.
Just facts. Facts.
Just facts. I'm going to switch this to Flip.
I'm coming over, Niner sickness.
I got
Peace
to move
out,
this.
guys.
Yep. See you, Matt.
See you, Matt. Love the
And
Christmas
there we
tree.
go. Flip's here. And that's just the two of us.
That's all I got, Dave.
I know. I don't have much more either. I was looking at what is next. And to me, what is next goes down to what is our schedule. Who do we have next? The Lions?
One game at a time. Try to get back to 6-6.
Yep. What's our schedule showing? Where the hell's the schedule? I've got it in here somewhere. Oh, come on. I got to rename it so I can find it easily. Oh, well. I think it's the Lions are next.
Yeah, so we just got to try to not be that team that loses to the winless team, and we'll go from there.
Yep. Now, if we can get Niner Sickness or Matt to post the link, I will throw it up in the chat before we go. If you guys are curious, it's YouTube page Niner Sickness. That's where it'll be. You can catch him live there. I don't think we have anything more, do we? Other than to celebrate your being taken off the market. There are
I've been
women
off the market for a long time, to be
There
honest,
are women
Dave,
weeping everywhere.
like all over the globe.
Yes, that's
I'm
right.
telling you.
That's right.
So, my phone is just blowing up with buts and ifs. So,
Daniel says Lions, Steelers, Bears. Oh my, that's who we've got next. Hopefully, Ben Roethlisberger is still playing by that Steelers game. We could use that. If not, I will see you. Have we got in the huddle or Vikings hot take this week?
we're going. If Eric's ready, I know he's got his Christmas sweater ready, so I'm ready for some more hot takes. I hope y'all are too. Until then, Skol Vikes.
And join us tomorrow night for Climbing the Pocket Mondays, where we turn your Mondays purple because Sunday wasn't so nice. And as we always say, Skol Vikings!
Skol Vikes.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And if you're listening on your favorite aggregator, make sure you rate us. And always feel free to join the conversation here at Climbing the Pocket. Skol, everybody.